Good morning. You're listening to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning I have two guests. I have Geoff Gordon and Jerry Kenney. Geoff, the Executive Director with the Fuse Commercial Flooring Alliance, and Jerry Kenney, the newly named Executive Vice President. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great, Kemp.
Definitely want to talk about this new appointment, a new role with Fuse. We'll get to that in just a minute. Geoff, if you will, though, tell us how's business.
First of all, thank you for having us. Business is fantastic, and it continues to be good. You know, as you know, I talk to the suppliers all the time, and I think everybody's expecting a slowdown in business, but it just hasn't been happening. I mean, things are really good. We got our hard numbers in for our first two quarters, so numbers through June. We're up over 30%, and we're looking at preliminary numbers for July and August, which look the same. So business is great. I would tell you business is tough, however, to the degree that profitability has been eroded with all the price increases, the job delays. You know, we're being stretched out a little bit in terms of payment, which, as you know, our businesses are heavy cash flow oriented. This is one of the reasons why we've added Jerry, who's an operational expert. But all in all, even though business, I could argue, is tough, it's been fantastic. It's a really, really good year for us.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now, when you say you're growing, you've added a new vendor partner with Shaw, but that's not the reason for all that growth, is it?
You know, I think it's a couple of things. I mean, obviously adding Shaw and Patcraft and Philadelphia Commercial is a real positive for our members, and we're very grateful to have them. But, you know, I think with everything that's gone on in the last 3 years with COVID and now with continued consolidation, Armstrong going away and AHF picking up the assets, the struggles with the supply chain and all that, a lot of independent companies, I think, are looking to join networks like ours, you know, just to be informed, get a lot of information, best practices, things like that, so that they can stay relevant in an industry that's gone through a lot. You know, quite frankly, the last few years, we've never seen anything like it.
So how many members you got now?
It's been unbelievable, Kemp. We're up to 141. We've already added 15 new members, 16 locations this year. We've added 25 in the last 18 months. We're getting ready to announce 4 more, and we probably are talking to another 9 or 10.
That's good to hear. All right, well, let's get to the news of the day. Talking about Jerry, but let's talk about his background, Jerry. You have been in this business for a while. You've actually been in kind of 3 careers in your life. After you finished college and got your master's, you served in the Army, focused on tanks, and was discharged as a captain. And your thesis, when you got your master's, was all about customer service and the rental car business. So you spent the first part of your career in the rental car business, and then you joined up with your cousin and started working in Dallas with One Source Commercial Flooring, and you were chief operations officer, and it grew tremendously. And you were successful in actually selling that to private equity, and that's why you're available for this role now, right?
Yes, that's correct, Kemp.
All right, so you know this industry real well. You've been a member of this organization, so you can help Geoff talk a little bit about your new role here.
You know, this was a real win for me because Fuse was such a lift for One Source. You know, we joined in 2015. For us, it truly was a game changer. You know, immediately access to expertise, advocacy, best practice, as we just talked about. The level of quality of the dealers in the Fuse Alliance is amazing. And so we would be able to compare notes. During COVID, we had the opportunity every week to be on a call so you could manage through arguably one of the most difficult times in recent history with the support of what other companies were doing. Great ideas would come at you immediately, and you truly were not by yourself. So for me, when Geoff and I began to speak about this role, the opportunity and the honor to be able to support dealers and help Geoff with the mission, really, truly an opportunity that I'm very excited about.
Geoff, give us a quick summary of the things he's going to be doing.
Well, you know, Jerry's expertise is really on the operations side of business. One Source, as an example, really excelled in the education sector, which that's a very, very competitive business. And to truly make money, which One Source was very successful at, you've got to be as efficient, you know, almost more efficient in that category than any other market segment there is. So we feel very strongly our number one goal is to support our members and offer the best ideas and thoughts on how to improve their businesses. And when we first started talking to the board about the direction we wanted to go, and the board got an opportunity to meet with Jerry, and a lot of them already knew Jerry, they could see that, wow, he can really bring value because of his expertise. And this is where we want to head. I mean, we love our suppliers. We're going to continue to support our suppliers. We look at the better we get, the more valuable we are to them.
So this is effective tomorrow. You start the role. Another quick question for you, Jerry. I look at your photograph, and I talked to you before, and you were prompt on this call today, this military background. I think you're all buttoned up. What do you do to stay in shape? Looks like you've got quite a regiment there.
That's one of those habits that I've tried to keep, and spend some time in the gym and belong to a little group that meets very early in the morning and do kind of a strength workout. And those folks keep me competitive, and I try to stay in shape. I think I feel better when I do that.
All right. Well, I'll see you at the gym the next Fuse meeting.
I'll be there.
All right, guys. Good to catch up with you. Congratulations on this new role. Again, been talking to Jerry Kenney, the new Executive Vice President, and Geoff Gordon, the Executive Director with Fuse Commercial Flooring Alliance. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.